welcome to Conversations with Cathy and Erin. Today we are doing another segment on relationships, and we have a guest with us, Wendy.
Hey.
How are you, Wendy?
I'm good.
Good. So tonight we're going to be talking about just a little bit relationships, the do's, the don'ts, sort of like a continuation from last week, but just another topic to add to the latest. So, commenting on last week's segment, we did receive some comments and people enjoyed the show. They had questions in reference to the question that was made. Would someone, or can you, or is it good, or is it not good to go away with somebody after knowing them for 2 or 3 weeks? And we had a brief conversation before the camera started rolling, and Wendy said, definitely, if she has chemistry with that person, why not? And let's hear more of,
I definitely would go away with somebody if we got along and we were able to just, I don't know, if it felt right, if I felt comfortable, if I felt like it wasn't forced, if I felt like I could be truly myself, then I would go anywhere with that person and explore it, and the possibilities are endless at that point.
Wow.
You know?
Mm-hmm. And that's good.
If you can come outside of your comfort zone and go somewhere completely unfamiliar and enjoy it, why not?
Right.
Exactly. And you're adventurous, right?
And I'm very adventurous. I'll go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere, do anything once, and
and chalking it to experience.
Exactly.
If it doesn't work, or if it works, chalking it to experience.
Right.
Which is a good thing. And that's kind of like taking a leap of faith. And that's what we want to go into tonight. Taking a leap of faith. And why is it so hard for people to just step out and say, okay, I'm going to do this, or you're dating somebody after a while and you feel like, I really like you and I want to take it further. Right. Now, the consequences, if he doesn't feel that way, you have to be okay with it.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to be like, all right, well, that's fine.
Move
on to the next one,
Yeah.
But the problem that some people have, if they're not on the same page, they'll ride it out. They'll be like, okay, let's see where this can go. And then you wind up leaving someone heartbroken.
Right.
Which is so unfortunate, because if you're just upfront and honest from the beginning, you can avoid all of that. Everyone's grown, mature, some of us. And, that leaves all that stuff out. But some people can't be open and honest and take a leap of faith because...
Yeah, and sometimes people could have a feeling about something prior to you having that feeling.
Yes.
So if you meet someone and you're not quite sure if you feel the way they feel, and let's say it's a positive feeling, you feel like, let me give it some more time and see where I am. The key is not to get comfortable while doing that.
Exactly.
And playing the waiting game.
Play the waiting game. That's right.
And then realize, or be the other person and say, I don't really want this anymore, and then not have the confidence to say it because you've been together that long now.
Right.
And so it's important to be honest, even when it's hard.
And do a checks and balance type of thing.
Absolutely.
Make sure everything is lining up.
Exactly.
That you're compatible, but don't lose yourself trying to please that person.
And that's what a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Especially women. You lose your identity trying to date some man. You stop going out with your girlfriends, doing the things you used to do. But men do the same thing. Stop going out with the boys. And when it's over, you like left sitting in the mirror like, what happened?
Right.
Right.
And sometimes men tend to keep their boys' network, like their guys. The guys tend to stay together, and they make sure they stay to their schedule of somewhat the normalcy in their life.
Yeah.
Right.
But women tend to kind of veer from the normal schedule to try and put more time into the relationship.
And really get to know that man and secure their position in his life.
Right. And part of that is because we also live by a time clock if we're older and we want children, or other things physically need to happen for us. So that is part of the reason why I think we are just built to jump in a little differently at the beginning of a relationship.
Yeah, and it's nothing, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with wanting to jump in. There's nothing wrong with jumping in.
Right.
But don't lose yourself.
Don't lose yourself.
Don't lose yourself. Know who you are. Keep your standards.
Yes. Speaking of standards, when you spoke about going away with someone for 2 weeks, you would have your own room, or would you stay in your own?
It depends. I'm strong enough to set boundaries
Okay.
and
Great.
see it through to
Very
the
good.
end.
Very good.
And with traveling, I know it's a good idea to book excursions and not stay in the room. You know,
Exactly.
go out,
Yes.
do
Go
stuff,
out,
right.
explore.
Right.
You know, taste the food or I don't know, the local beverages. If it's
Oh,
a soda or if it's the
absolutely.
wines or if it's the
Absolutely.
rums.
Right. Right.
Do that. You know, see wherever you are, explore, and then by the time you get to the room, you're tired. You want to go to sleep. You're not sitting there trying to
And
figure
you
out
said
like,
you have your own
oh,
boundaries.
you know,
Right.
look, how far can I get with this person because we're here? Like, just because the bed is present doesn't mean you have to use it
Right.
Exactly. Yes.
in that manner.
Right.
You know?
You can go because you're going away as friends.
Right.
And you're building a
And you're
friendship.
getting to know each other.
Right.
And
Yes.
part of getting to know each other is keeping that clarity.
Right. Right. And then
Setting boundaries.
if you decide to take it further, then both still need to be on the same page with the checks and balancing. Like, are you okay with this? Does this mean this, or does this still keep us in the friend box?
Right.
If so, then give me a choice as well as I would give that guy a choice
Great point.
before we go to that next step. Because once it's done, you can't undo it. You can't act like it never happened.
Right.
So, like, let's not go there if we're both not ready to acknowledge that it happened.
Yes.
Or if we get back home, are you gonna act like it didn't happen?
Yeah, you're going to like.
So,
Yeah, you
like
gotta
don't know
have
me
those
when you
real
see me.
mature,
You're gonna have
mature
awkward
discussions
conversations.
ahead of time.
Right.
Yes.
Or
yes.
if I didn't feel funny calling you at a certain time of day or whenever, if that's gonna make me feel funny, or if I feel like I have to think before I act, then I don't want to go there.
Exactly.
Right.
If it's
So-
too much thought into, should I do this? Should I say this? Should I call? Should I not call?
Right.
Should I go by?
Right.
Listen,
I don't want
that makes you
comfortable.
tired.
Right.
Yes,
I was like,
tired
you
before
need to keep
you
your comfort
talk to the
level.
person.
Yeah.
Yes, you have to keep your
Keep your
comfort,
comfort level.
Keep your life.
Right.
Keep your
So
life.
for me, go away, set the boundaries, have a good
great.
time,
Yeah.
come back
Okay.
home, and if it's something, then you
Go
may
from
end
there.
up with a relationship, or if not, just the best friend.
Yes,
That
and I
works
said that
great.
last week.
Yeah, we
Yes.
said create friendships.
Create
not enemies.
friendships.
Yeah.
And learn from
Yes.
each experience.
Yes.
Because there's always something positive in each experience.
You can learn
pull
something from everybody.
out.
You can learn something from everybody.
And learn something about yourself in it.
Yes,
Mhm.
that's true. That's true because
You can also learn
you
to
have
have patience
to,
with us
but
anymore.
that's a good point because we have to be able to step back after a relationship or after a friendship ends. Step back and do a self-evaluation.
Right.
See, what did you contribute to the dead end street?
Right.
You know, and make
Right.
sure you don't make that same mistake. But oftentimes,
Right.
people
Ooh, that's a-
have baggage and they carry it from one vacation to the next.
Right.
Man, relationship, whatever.
Right,
They don't unpack. And they don't take time to get to know themselves, love themselves. You know, there's some people out here who've never been single except before their first date.
Right.
And they don't know how to be single. So at that point, you'll take whatever's coming. Whatever's
And that's
going to give you
bad.
that time.
And,
Yes.
Right, and
Very bad.
that's an important point because even speaking to women and men that have maybe had very long-term relationships and then something happens that could be tragic, a death,
Mm-hmm.
or it just one partner walked away, we have to be mindful to let people know that give yourself time to grieve even
Yes.
from
Right.
the separation of a relationship, whether they be whether they've passed on or not,
Mhm.
but just to give yourself room to kind of readjust in your
Yes.
life,
Yes.
and then go back out and start maybe speaking to people or
Slowly
seeking
introduce
that
yourself
slowly
back
introduce
into
excellent.
dating.
Introduce
Yes.
yourself back into dating slowly. Well
Yes.
said. And so if they do that, they may avoid some rebound type of
Yes.
action
Yes.
with somebody where
Mhm.
you're like, ooh, I did something I really wasn't feeling that, or I shouldn't have
Yeah.
done this,
Don't
but I
use
just
the new person as like a garbage can where you're dumping all your
Dumping
baggage
everything
on
on
them.
them.
You gotta tell them the ins
Yes.
and outs and the bad, and you're sitting there
Oh,
like,
good
whoa,
point.
wait, like
Yeah, you don't have to tell anybody everything.
Like,
Keep some stuff
start
for
fresh.
yourself. Just like you said,
Yeah.
someone passed away. I was with someone for 6 years, and he passed away. So it took me a long time to get back out there. It was like 3 years. But I took
That's
that
healthy.
time, yes, because I'm like, I'm not gonna jump back into something, and you're sitting at dinner,
Right.
and
Thinking
someone
about
says
that.
something, Or, you know, you're watching TV with the person and a commercial comes on, a song plays, and you start trying to, you just sitting there in tears and rolling down, and he's looking at you
Right,
like,
what
this chick
is
is
going
crazy.
on? Right.
You know?
Like,
So you have to,
hello?
look, he walks in and you still like, wait a minute, and you're looking around the room like, is he here? Is he there?
Right,
You know?
right.
So
Or you call a new person by the old person's name.
Ooh.
That's not good.
So you have to give
They
yourself
wrote a song
time.
about that one.
So you have to give yourself time to, you know, go through the process.
Yeah.
But, you know, unpack your bag. You know, I don't feel that any relationship is a bad relationship because you learn something from every relationship.
That's
So,
true.
you know, women, men, you go through something hard and you feel like, you know, that person destroyed you, broke your heart, messed you up. Unpack. Take a minute. Reevaluate
Dissect it.
yourself. Yes.
Yeah.
Digest it, dissect it,
Yeah.
reevaluate it, and get to know you.
Yes. Take that time
Yeah,
out to
get
know
to know
you.
you. Exactly.
You're valuable.
Yes, because
And worthy.
yes, and the more that you know yourself and love yourself, the better you are for the
For
person
somebody
that
else.
comes to
That's
you.
right.
Right.
That's right.
Yes,
Oh,
so
this is a
yes,
great
yes,
conversation.
thank you
Yes.
so
Thank you
much
so much.
for
You're welcome.
joining
Thank you for
us.
having me.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay.
And next time on Conversations with Cathy and Erin, we're going to continue this conversation about relationships and the different battles men and women go through, good or bad, and the outcomes. So until next time, Conversations with Cathy and Erin, good night.
Good night.
Good night.